Oh, what's happening, people? Before we kick off today's episode, number one, I want to say, hey, thank you for being here.
How's it going?
You're beautiful. I imagine you look way better today than you usually do because you're about to listen to this podcast. But look, we need your support here at the Spitballers. Head over to spitballerspod.com and you can get all the information you need to help support this show, ways that you can get access to these episodes early, and a bunch of other things like join into the Spit Tank. That's where we go for our priority selection for fun questions for this show. So head over to spitballerspod.com.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Rudy Tooty Fresh Fruity, it's a stinky big booty.
What? Woo! It's a look. Okay, hold on. I heard it's a.
I don't know.
A sink of fresh booty?
I think it's a stinky booty, Mike.
Oh, It's a stinky
it's a
fresh
stinky
booty?
Because booty rhymes with fruity, and that's where we got.
Oh man,
It's not my best, man.
It was the beginning that I struggled with, or that I think you struggled with.
I struggled throughout. What was the old IHOP?
Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
I think that's what I was. I didn't say that, but I think I was trying to get there.
The order at IHOP that you had to like put the mask on to order.
Mm-hmm. All their commercials where they were either wearing the
like you were embarrassed to order it?
Yeah. Oh. The best part of those commercials is like inferring you're not just embarrassed to be at IHOP in general. And like it's just this one thing at IHOP that I'm really
that was their trick. Their trick was if you don't get that, you don't need to be embarrassed to come here.
Yeah, but getting that as a kid, the Mickey Mouse pancakes.
Sure.
There was literally no
the
restaurant.
Dessert. It was just like cake for breakfast.
There was no restaurant in the world as a kid that I liked more than IHOP. Mm-hmm. The pinnacle, and there wasn't a tier 2. When I was growing up, every time I wanted to go out to eat, it was IHOP because our IHOP.
Really?
Oh, 100%. And it was
if there's no
reasons.
consequences, they still have an absolutely fantastic breakfast.
You're just eating dessert for whatever you get. That, yeah. I mean, would you like to eat dessert?
French toast with icing inside,
They don't care.
They don't. It's like the Taco Bell. It's the Taco Bell of breakfast. They can reappropriate all the objects in different ways to just resell you something new.
That's right. It's genius.
Sir, there's not enough sugar on
Rudy
your
Tooty
sugar.
Fresh and Fruity.
Oh,
Welcome in.
Rudy.
Welcome in to the Spitballers Podcast. Would you rather life advice and a very entertaining draft on today's show. A little bit different than ones we've done in the past. I know you'll enjoy it.
I think it's going to be very punny.
I agree. I agree.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm there already, baby.
It's going to be spectacular.
That is a home run. Home run right there.
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody supporting the podcast, by the way, on Apple Podcasts, subscribing, reviewing. If you're listening on Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever, thanks so much for supporting the show. Following us on socials, at SpitballersPod on Twitter, Instagram.com/SpitballersPod, which is also the website, SpitballersPod.com. To all of the Spitwads out there supporting the podcast, we say thank you so much.
Thank
and many
you
of your
so
questions
much.
Are on today's show. Let's do some Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Alexis from the website, would you rather drop $10,000 on a vacation of your choice or on a material item of your choice? This is the age-old philosophical question of permanence.
Yeah, one you get to keep.
Versus memories.
And
but you also get to keep your memories.
Well, some of us do. Some of us do not.
As one who has a stone cold locked memory most of the time, I get to keep them.
Yeah, and you and I are different. I don't remember yesterday, so
it's probably all the
IHOP. You can remember it, but you can't use it. It can't be an active.
That's true.
You know, if you were to buy, I don't know what your material item of choice here is for $10,000. If you were to buy
it's a television.
Oh, that's a nice television, Mike. Whoa, that's what you would drop 10,000 if it was the item of choice. It would be a television.
If someone is telling me I have to spend, like, here's you have $10,000 of your money magically, and you have to spend that on one item right now. Of course, it's a TV. I don't even know what else it would possibly be.
This is so great because to me, what pops into my mind is like when you watch the old Price is Right and the Showcase Showdown, and you'd be rooting for somebody to get a package of items that was like what you would want, right? And there would always be like the new car or the trip to Fiji, right? And I always thought the permanence of the item was the better way to go. Like, I know the memories would be good and all, maybe because I have amnesia from, I have a 48-hour clock on my memory, but I think I would take an item. I'd take the material item that I could have in the.
Here's the problem with the item. The problem
I just don't know what it is.
The problem with the item is the price tag. It's in a no man's land. Where when we say, okay, you've got to buy a $10,000 item, it's not enough to get like a car, or some crazy luxury dream item. And it's more expensive than all the things you actually, I want a really nice computer.
You can get a jet ski, Jason.
I mean, I can get a jet ski really nice used for $3,000. Done.
You can get 3 jet skis, Jason.
Yes, I can get a, there you go.
What if you stacked them? Like a bunk bed.
I don't think they do that, but it's
but for $10,000, maybe they'd be willing to do it.
I'm just trying to think of what costs right around $10,000 in today's
almost nothing. So, like, if I were to be forced to spend $10,000 on an item, the first thing that comes to my mind is some kind of super computer, just decked out, the highest, specs on everything imaginable. Get a $10,000 computer, and even still, 5 years from now, it's gonna be like, oh,
5?
Man. Well, right. That's my point.
That's the problem with a computer. Is you spend $10,000 on a computer in 2 years. That computer is garbage.
You could be the only person that buys the gold-plated Apple Watch, because I think they sell that, right?
Yeah, I think they do. Which is, I hope they don't actually have a buyer for it, but they do attempt to sell it. That is correct.
Yes, this is my gold-plated Apple Watch.
I'm gonna get one from Amazon that's gold-colored, and I'm gonna go right next to you. I was like, this was $12.
All right, so what if it's not just one item? You're allowed to spend. You're allowed to go supermarket sweep, whatever. You got $10,000 to spend on household items, upgrading your house, or $10,000 for a dream vacation. And like $10,000 for a vacation is going to get you that's a spectacular once of a lifetime vacation.
I'm trying to Google objects that cost $10,000, and I've stumbled across something I didn't know could exist. Apparently, there are pills made of gold that you can eat them and digest them, and then you can poop them, and they are gold, my friend.
You got poopy gold?
You can poop gold.
Wait, that's $10,000?
No, that's $4.25 per pill, Jay.
Oh my word! Again, something that I hope there are no buyers for.
Come on, there's got to be their little essential oil health benefits. Like, what are they shilling over there with their snake oil gold pills?
I don't know. I'm interested in this experience because I want to know what it feels like moments after you swallow a pill of gold.
Have you ever flushed gold down the toilets? Would you like to?
Are you
please buy wealthy? From us. Yeah. I love the idea of a $10,000 vacation because we've done vacations both ways, right? We've done the cheap Disney trip. We're cracking open the piggy bank. Literally, my wife and I, after we got married, we had a classic pink piggy bank
that you can't open unless you break it.
And it was
That's awesome.
It was our Disneyland fund. That was what it was. And so one day we broke it. We went to Disneyland, super cheap. You stay off site. You go
How
in.
Much
you
was
go
actually
minimally
in that piggy bank?
Yeah,
it was like $200. At the time,
not a lot.
So one person can go to Disneyland.
Well, this was like 15 years ago. Yes, half of a gold pill. So I'm on my way towards pooping gold, but not yet. But at the same time, we've also done the trip where we're staying on park. You know what I mean? We're at the Grand Californian. We're at the where we can come in and out, and where we're like, when we're here, let's go. Infinity churros.
Welcome home, Jason, as they say.
Yes.
Welcome home.
Exactly. And so that, to me, I would much rather splurge on the vacation than on the item. This is, when I saw the question, it wasn't even close to me, because I don't have a $10,000 item.
You're vacation people, though, too. I mean, you really are. You're vacation people. You want to get out. You want to get out of your house. Probably right this moment, you'd love to just run away from the microphone and get out.
I am in the most desperate need of a vacation of all time. Our family needs to get out, because we are vacation people. We don't, care about things so much. We love adventures. We love fun times.
Have you thought about the Seinfeld method and just do the mustache and take a vacation from yourself?
Oh, interesting. I could shave and only have a mustache.
That's what I mean.
But I don't think I want that. I don't think they do. I think they've seen it before, and they were disappointed. And by they, I mean my wife.
Full beard, no
Lincoln.
mustache. You can go Lincoln.
Okay. Well, that's not happening either.
I tried.
Let me ask you this. Assuming no consequences, because just hold on.
Sure.
You've got $10,000 to go on a vacation. It's just Jason Moore.
Oh,
this isn't you don't got to worry about where are you and your wife going to go on like a lovely romantic vacation.
Oh my
ultimate family vacation. No, this is Jason Moore's vacation for $10,000. Where are you going?
Wow,
that is a great question.
I didn't see where you were going. Honestly, it's going to be the other side of the planet. It's going to be
you're just spinning
as
a globe
far away as possible. No, there's two things that come to mind immediately. One is, like, I've always wanted to take a vacation to Israel. See the marks.
Okay.
I was born there. See that, but also it's not the safest place always. From I would worry about bringing family, so that's perfect. I'm like,
that's not bad.
I'm just going by myself. Also, I would like to see parts of Europe and like tour. I know I'm not a museum guy, but I still want to
Jason
go
lost in Europe. I can't wait.
I want to go to the Louvre. I want to see some of the the Sistine Chapel, and I know my kids would hate it. So that's great. So this is like, let me go experience that by myself. Sorry wife.
Oh, that's what I said. Like,
Jason put him on the spot.
This is a no consequence.
Andy,
where would you go? Andy, do you have any idea?
Man, I've never once considered that thought in my entire life.
We're not allowed to have these thoughts.
Like, if someone, it's amazing. Yeah, we're not allowed to have these thoughts. And if you handed me $10,000 and said, you can go anywhere you want for 10 days, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
I think I'd go to Hawaii. I mean, that's what pops in my head. I'd probably just fly to Hawaii and, like, I feel like I could see the islands and, like, see the beaches and stuff and survive that. And they speak English, and I could, make it
easy.
through.
Yeah, you're right. It's easy.
I think that's what I would do, but that's not a real thing that people get to do.
I know that's not these are really disappointing questions here, Mike. Mike, what about you?
Oh my!
I want to hear this.
How much do you have to pay the Russians to get up into space?
Oh,
more than $10,000.
It's got to be more than $10,000. So I guess that's off the table.
I would go to outer space. If you go to outer space for $10,000, you're dead. That's a fact.
Oh yes, we can send you there.
You're paying $10,000 to have your body buried.
Why does that look like a slingshot? No, rocket ship.
I think. Wow. I think I would go.
He'd take a nap.
Is there a hotel? What's the
a motel?
What's the motel? How long can I be in a motel
for $10,000? Yeah.
I get 3 months by myself.
Oh my God! 3 months of naps for $10,000.
I think I would go somewhere. There's an island I follow in Scandinavia where it's like Northern Lights.
Does it have
animals.
its own like
There's
Twitter?
an island you follow?
Is it on Twitter?
I didn't know you could follow islands.
Well, it's not an.
I don't know the name of the place, but it's somewhere up in Scandinavia where
You
it's
don't
just
follow it that well.
Yeah, well, I could look it up if you really want to know. But it's optimal aurora borealis.
Oh,
viewing.
Nice!
Oh,
I like that.
nice.
And that's one of those things that I have to see before I go.
What would a solo cruise?
Ooh,
You
that'd
just
be nice.
your own cabin.
You just sleep and eat unlimited. That's my vacation.
No one tells you to stop eating.
Al brought this up, and I know he said it sounds cheesy, and that he thinks he would have less fun on a vacation by himself. But I think that's 100% true. Like I would I would much rather have the family with me than without. But there is the intriguing like momentary freedom idea of like, ooh, I get to pick what I want. It's like when, right before Father's Day weekend, my wife was like, we can watch whatever movie you want. I want to watch whatever you want. And I didn't have to even consider like, oh, would she like? And that freedom is like really cool sometimes to be
it's
like
paralyzing. What did you pick? What did you pick?
I don't remember. I'm sure it was some stupid action movie. Like just something that had
because you got to take advantage of your chance right there.
Exactly.
Funny. All right, Aaron from Patreon. Urgent question.
Ooh,
it's all capitalized.
Urgent in all caps. Yeah.
Yeah. And it says, "Would you?" So urgent. Would you rather poop in the only toilet at a party, knowing that it's bad, and word will quickly spread that what you've done to the toilet, or fill your pockets with TP and sneak outside and poop in the backyard bushes? Please hurry. So he's at this party right now.
Oh,
this is
so he needs advice.
This is a live pooper.
All right, look, Aaron. Let me tell you this. I have a story from.
You have a story that relates to this question.
I have a story. It's. I was at a high school party, a safe one, by the way, everybody. But we were the younger people. So I was with some of my best friends at the time, but he had an older brother. So there is a lot of older kids there, and I think we're like freshmen. So we're freshmen. There's tons of seniors at this party, and look, I had to poop.
There's no two ways about it.
And I went and I destroyed the bathroom, and it quickly,
even as a freshman, I could destroy a bathroom.
Have a choice, man. When you gotta go, you gotta go. So, Aaron, I have lived this life. I have been at the party.
Yeah, but did you consider stuffing your pockets with
no
tissues?
I didn't know that was an option.
Well, this is a broken toilet. This is that the toilet is not going to handle.
I didn't do that, but I did make it so that the next few people who went in were like, "What? Who
now
did this?"
The outside is a complete gamble, right?
Why did you say it's a broken toilet?
Isn't that what the question is?
No,
is that
no.
It's questionable toilet?
It's a single toilet. It's the only toilet. So someone's coming in right after you.
Yeah.
It says, would you rather poop in a toilet knowing that it's bad? I took that to mean
the poop is bad, my friend.
Wait, hold on. So the way you think of a bad toilet is you broke it?
No, I thought of it. I thought this question meant, would you like to poop at the party?
Do your toilets shatter after you get done with them?
I'm saying they don't flush well. They're not going to handle what you can give it.
Look, clearly, regardless of whether it's broken or not, it is. The point is, you will be known as the pooper. You will be known as the great pooper of 2020.
I lived that life, and I came out to the other side, and I was okay, Aaron. You'll be all right, man. You just gotta lean into it.
Can you do the poop, and then climb out that window and leave the door shut? So then no one. I mean, at that point, no one's walking out.
So it's locked,
and then it's just locked.
And then you
no
go to the
one
door.
else.
You go to
I
the
got
door
the
like,
last poop.
Who locked the door?
Yeah,
I need
you're
to go.
knocking on it from the outside for sure. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
How inconsiderate.
Look,
someone destroyed this thing.
If the bad in this question is not the toilet, but your bowels, and it's a bad one, then you cannot pick the outside because it's going to draw attention. This is 100%. It's got to be inside. You can't double down on making a bad decision worse.
Follow-up question. How many times have each of you pooped outside
That's a great question.
in your life?
Oof.
That's a great question.
That is a great question.
Have you?
Yeah, I mean, for me,
more than zero?
It's more than zero because I went camping as a kid.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, if you had to poop, you just had to dig a hole and go poop. So I know I've done it, 3 or 4 times. What's amazing is I also camped as an adult. And once I started camping as an adult, I'm very regular. I got a healthy BMs. I'm going, at least once a day. But if I go camping, I will last however many days that is without pooping. I will just... I can.
You've just decided that you're too big to poop outside.
That's 100% right.
Like
your body knows.
When I go on trips, like I feel like the airplane shuts me down. Like I don't know.
You've never had to poop on a plane.
And not on a plane, but I'm saying like when I go on vacations, it's very, very often that like I'll be multiple days in, and I'm with Jason. I'm a very regular man, and I'll go multiple days, and it's like the ride on the airplane, the cabin pressure. I don't know. It screws everything up.
Cabin pressure.
It tightens the intestines.
Tightens it up. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I've only done it one time. It was a camping trip, but I was a kid. So I've never had
I'm a zero. I don't think I've ever pooped outside.
Well, give it a shot. Give it a go.
I'm not opposed to it.
I mean, you got a big backyard.
If it's not a camping trip, then it's a problem. Like, that's the only time it's okay. Because if there's man.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, we're just too lazy to go inside.
All right, but what's the more philosophy on peeing outside?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
Do you ever take the shortcut? Like you're in the pool and you're like, man, I just don't really want to go in the house and dry off?
Every single time.
Look, I do not.
100% of the time for my
kids, Dad, what are you doing?
Nothing,
I gotta
honey.
Pee. And I'll go
checking the pool equipment. Don't worry about it.
Oh no. There's no hiding or shame in the right household. When
no hiding? You're just right.
Well, I go
there's
behind.
There's no hiding or shame, but there's a few extra weeds in the yard.
I hope there's a little bit of hiding there.
There's no hiding the fact that I am going to the bathroom.
We need to move on so desperately. John from Patreon, when singing along with a song on the radio, at concerts, happy birthday, national anthem, any song, would you rather sing completely off key or completely random lyrics?
Okay, both embarrassing.
I feel like
happy birthday could get awkward.
Dear John.
It's Timothy's birthday. I think you've got to go random lyrics here. Because that would be...
Happy horseshoes, old fart.
Yeah,
I mean, see, now you're clever. Now you're funny.
You're not funny. You sound like...
Not on verse 2.
Yeah, you sound like
the joke's over, bro. Man,
I don't know the words.
Off key is the standard.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, it's not good.
You just sound like you're yodeling. You weren't off key.
The trick here is that
happy birthday to you.
Most people are probably going to sing the wrong lyrics off key as well, aren't they?
Most people, yes.
I mean, for the majority, you're just getting double trouble in that situation.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, that's part of it. Is like I don't know how well I know the lyrics of almost any song. You know the parts. You know the and then everybody singing the words that we all know.
Take me out to the ball game.
So for those reasons, I
Cracker
feel like
Jacks.
Right, exactly. You know a couple keywords in the song. I'm gonna say
to you.
I already don't know the lyrics to most of these songs, so I'm going to sound good while I hum along and then sing incorrect words.
All right, let's do some life advice.
Spitballers to the rescue.
All right, Ben from the website has a very important life advice question. I should say this before we get into this segment. We are professionals. We are qualified to provide the kind of advice that you can live the rest of your life on.
And this is Ben, I've just read it. This is a sensitive question that must be answered.
I haven't read it yet, so I'm preparing myself to be a listening ear.
You'll know it.
Okay. When you have to leave your seat to use the restroom or get a snack at a theater or sporting event, what is the correct way to do the narrow shimmy down the row of already seated patrons? I knew where this question was going then. Do I shimmy with my butt in their face or my crotchal region? Because you are out or in. You cannot shimmy front to back. You got to shimmy. Yeah.
No, yeah, you can't shoulder shimmy.
I have my answer, but I'm curious where you guys stand.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's a matter of necessity. I have very large feet. I have size 13 cloppers. And even though I'm well shorter than both you two gentlemen, my shoes are larger. And if I turn face in, I'm going to be stepping all over these people when I'm going through this. It just doesn't work. I'm just going to be literally walking on them down the entire.
Your feet aren't your feet taking up the same amount of space no matter what direction you're facing?
Not usually, because if it's a really narrow, like a sporting stadium, my feet actually go off the the cement where it ends or whatever the step is made out of, and go into the chair behind them.
This is simple for me. If I'm going to either be putting my booty or my crotchal region in your direction, I would rather not make eye contact with you in either situation. So if we have an awkward your face, my butt situation, I'd rather be looking the other way. So I'm going butt towards them.
Just making eye contact with every single person.
There's also let's not discount the safety issue here, okay? Because if
you're more dangerous to get a knee.
When you are on the those really high, narrow stadiums, where it's like, oh my goodness, they're just not made for today's size people, even though it's a brand new stadium. If you're going through the aisle and all of a sudden you lose your balance, right? It's easy to catch it by kind of squatting down. If you had to sit down to save yourself and sit into a stranger's lap, that's fine. But otherwise, you're going to tumble.
It's forgivable.
It's forgivable. You go, oh, I'm so sorry. I literally was going to fall down. Or you're falling down. You're falling over someone in a row ahead of you. Just like, could you imagine you're just sitting there and some dude falls over you, spilling his popcorn and hot dog and mustard all over you?
Yeah, I feel like there's a follow-up question here that I'm curious about, because when I buy tickets to sporting events, a lot of the times I shoot for the aisle seat. I'm a tall guy. I want the aisle seat so I can kind of get in and out, and so I can put my legs out there. But if you're in the aisle, you get to absorb 100% of the people coming in and out of the row, as opposed to being in the middle.
I was going to say, already seated. Like, if these people are not standing up, to allow you to get out, shame on you. Like, you chose the outer part of the row, or that's the hand you were dealt, and guess what? Society says you get to stand up. That's what I'll say first of all, but I'm with Andy 100%. These people are getting a butt right in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
And to the follow-up question, the aisle seat is worth getting up every time someone comes in or out.
Sure. I agree. It's the price you must pay.
I would much rather, when I look for seats if we're talking about a stadium, then I would always prefer a little higher up, which is worse, if I can be at the aisle. If I'm like four rows higher, but I'm on the aisle versus the middle of, a row 4 aisles down. Because I'm also a little bit wider in the hips. So not
size
having
13
someone
hips.
Size 13 hips. Not having someone on one side of me I'd pay a lot for that.
All right, Jeremy from the website has another life advice question. I'm glad we could solve that one for Ben unanimously.
You're welcome. It's the butt.
It's the butt. All right, Jeremy says, I ordered a package online a few weeks ago, and I got the email that it was delivered to my apartment complex office. The office told me that they never got it. So I reached out, and they sent the item again for free. Now the office found the package,
Ooh.
What do I do with the second one?
Oh, this is a conundrum. I see what Jeremy's asking here from the website, because you could return said item. And
is it bad to begin the conversation with how much does the item cost?
Right? Yes, like it's.
But I actually mean it in the good sense, where it's like if you sent me a $10 item, I'm probably not going to, even though I should return it to you. Like, this is a lot of work for me to return a $10 item, and nobody's getting hurt more than $10, right?
I don't know. I get it, but I feel like that's moral relativism, right? You're saying
sort of, but I mean, they probably don't even want it back. Opening that package is too much work. I mean,
they're just gonna throw it in the garbage.
But if it's an Xbox, a $500 item or something, I'd be like, man, I kind of stole a $500 item.
But here's the thing: this company sent a second one for free. That's awesome. That's what that company should have done, and they took it on the chin at no fault of their own. You got to support companies like that. You got to send this thing back. Okay. And not for a refund, but say, oh, we found it. Here you go. Or
at least ask them.
At least ask them. Be like, hey, we found the second item. Do you want me to ship this back? Because they might go, oh, it's already out of our inventory system. Now
we've got a friend named Josh, though, that is real good at selling items on Craigslist for us.
Yes, he is. And let me tell you, it is awesome. We had, in fact, this just happened, right? Mike, you shared this link of one of those.
This is very upsetting, because I was the one who found this deal and I let my friends know about it, because I was like, hey, you guys.
Did you buy this too, Mike?
No, I did not.
All right, so explain the whole situation, because people out there are like, what are you talking about?
So there has been a very, very long-standing joke. I don't even remember the origin of the joke. But Owl Borland, we very often in our company channels will say, hey, we're going to do an Amazon order, get some snacks, get things for around the office.
Whatever people need.
Does anybody need anything for your job? And Owl Borland hilariously will link the same massage chair over and over to this question, and this is like
I think it's like $14,000.
It's like a $2,500 massage, like way more than anyone should ever pay for a massage chair.
And to his credit, he posts it very quickly.
Yes, it's amazing. He's got that thing on lockdown.
And it's definitely one of those jokes where it's like, oh man, that hilarious, funny, sort of funny, trending to not funny, and then it just goes all the way around the clock, and then he keeps it up, and you're like, you did
it
again. You get all the way back to it's hilarious again.
Yes.
Those are great jokes. So I commend his commitment to this joke. But a deal came through, and I was like, holy crap, Owl Borland, this massage chair is on sale for like 70% off. So that's how this thing is set up.
It was a $3,000 massage chair being sold for 75% off. And it was like, oh my goodness, that's
how do you
such
pass
a crazy
deal?
How do you pass that deal up? And so immediately when you posted it, I think mostly as a joke, Al Borland posts in like 90 seconds later a screenshot of his purchase. He got the thing. And so then I'm like, wait a minute, do I need to get in on this? So I got one. I purchased one. I'm like, I'm in. And then
you got bullied.
Well, because it was kind of, because he's like, deals like this, they expire so quickly, they run out of stock. And to his credit, 10 minutes later, it was out of stock. You couldn't get it. So Jeremy and I got in. We were lucky. We didn't read any reviews on this thing. We hadn't seen anything. And then Al Borland messages me like the next day. He's like, for what it's worth, I canceled my order. He's like, I looked it up. I decided not to get it. So I talked to my wife. I'm like, man, maybe we shouldn't, it's, and then I went to cancel my order, and I literally couldn't. It was past the deadline to cancel it. So lo and behold, this giant massage chair shows up that, I got at a crazy discount, and we weren't sure we wanted it. And so this aforementioned Josh, who will sell anything, he's a master at selling stuff.
I heard the story of him selling this thing for you too, and I'll tell you what, he earned every penny he.
Oh yeah, I did nothing. I did nothing. He came, he loaded it up, he drove it to like super far away into sketchy areas. He
did.
But he sold
anything
it for
$1, Josh.
He sold it for $1,400. So I made a ton of money off. It's just a great deal.
You got 200% of your money.
So
for nothing.
Yeah, circling back, and he did a great job, and he made a lot of money on that too.
Al, are you happy you canceled your chair purchase?
I don't really want to talk about that.
No, Al's not happy.
You know who doesn't want to talk about it? The one who was like, "Hey guys, check out this deal."
You should have got in on it, Mike.
So Jason's sending it back. Mike, what are you doing?
I'm with Jason. I want to support a good company, so I'm gonna send it back. But I'm also with Andy that if they sent me a $10 item, like with the postage and everything that is involved with this situation, they're gonna lose money. So it's my duty to that business to just have 2 of those items.
That's right. It's your duty. All right. You guys want to do one more? We got time for one more life advice there, Al, before we get into the draft?
Yeah, we got time for one more.
All right. Do you have a preference here? Both Anna and Carson have important questions.
Oh, if
why don't we go with
Carson? You're out there listening.
Anna.
Oh, get bodied, Carson.
We'll probably do a future show. Carson's not out of the running.
All right.
Anna says, every time I prepare any sort of meal for my husband, he smothers it with some sort of hot sauce or condiment. I tell him it's slightly insulting because I do think that I spice the food nicely, and him doing that just ruins all of my work. At the end of the day, he is just tasting hot sauce with a side of whatever dish I made. Am I being too extreme in thinking this? Oh, Anna, I've been down this road before.
This is a fantastic question. There are just so many different paths that my brain is jumping around. And I'll go to my number 1, and that is pizza with ranch, which I am a huge proponent. There are very, very few pizzas that I prefer without ranch. I think it enhances and it makes the pizza better. And there are people that say, well, you're only tasting the ranch. And I say, that's not completely true.
Yeah, it's not true.
It's making the experience better. It's making it better for me.
And you can't cook the ranch on it. You know, you can't like put ranch
right.
onto the pizza and then cook it that way.
Do you want to know what it is, though? The problem is with this situation is that it takes a lot of time, nuance, effort to spice a dish a certain way.
Oh, I get it, yeah.
And then it takes no effort to dump hot sauce onto it. So that is it's kind of the proportional, you're not even going to give it a go with the way I meant it to be?
But here's the thing, Anna. If I take a bad slice of pizza and I put it in ranch, and I take a good slice of pizza and I put it in ranch, that good slice of pizza is just way better. It's way better. I recognize the differences. I appreciate the differences.
Yeah, but the difference between both of those with ranch is probably less than both of them without ranch.
Well, look, we brought this up last episode, right? I am fancy pants, apparently, when it comes to food.
That is your name.
Apparently I'm a fancy pants. Like, yes, you don't know.
Mignon, Mr. Filet Mignon.
Yes, Mr. Filet
Barbecue.
Mignon. So here's the thing.
Mr. Mignon. Mr. Mignon.
Mr. Mignon. Mr. Mignon. So listen, there's nothing worse in the world than taking a filet mignon and putting some A1 on it. You know what I mean?
Like ketchup.
Yeah, I say the ordering ketchup at a steak house, I'm told, will get you thrown out.
Well, that's just disgusting. But here's the. I mean, that's just.
But that's what Anna's basically facing that with the hot sauce.
So here's my. I need to come clean on this because I love A1. I just do. It's delicious.
Pretty good. I mean, it's made as a steak sauce. It's made as a sauce for steak.
Really, really good. And if I go somewhere fancy, get a nice steak, I'm never going to ask for it. But I want it, and I know it would make it a little better.
Do you bring it in a little baggie in your pocket?
That I don't love a really good, naturally flavored steak. I love that. I want that to be dipped in my A1. What is wrong with that?
I'm with Jason. I don't know what's wrong.
Now, see, my wife has the opposite issue as Anna. My wife is what I would term a spice bully. she will. I don't know if like she's biologically programmed to like the amount of spice a normal person would want. Mm-hmm. Like she needs twice the amount of that in order to like taste it.
Twice.
You're just talking flavor, food, spices, just flavor,
herbs, food, whatever normal proportions would be. She always feels like 2 to 3x. So I try to tell her, hey, look, if you put a normal amount of spice on, I can add extra afterwards to accent.
Why would you want to do that? Why wouldn't you just cook it beautifully the first time instead of adding salt? If you got to add salt, it wasn't seasoned enough.
Because she, like I said, she's a spice bully, and she puts so much all together that I think she has a different, like you can't take it off, is what I'm saying. You can put it on, you can't take it off. It's like the old sweater, like keep it hot or cold in here. I can, you can put on a sweater. I can't take off all my clothes.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it, and
I'm searching for help. Is what I'm reaching out.
This is your cry for help.
I'm crying for help.
I would just say you gotta up your taste buds because the more seasoning, the better. That's great. I'm all about that.
I have rosemary with the side of chicken. That's what I have. I love you, honey.
I would say for the question, like perhaps he just really likes hot sauce. Like,
it's an easy answer to the question.
It might not be anything personal. It might just be he really likes to eat hot sauce, which honestly, then you can say, awesome. I can take some steps out of the cooking and I don't have to worry about all this extra time marinating, spicing things up. Because he's just going to dump a bunch of hot sauce on it.
See, I still think she needs to do that. I mean, not needs to like a requirement, but
I think the bad versus the good steak
exactly.
argument?
I think the food you are making, Anna, is appreciated. I hope it is. I know I would appreciate it because I appreciate good food. But I'm still going to put some sauce on it.
It's just an extra exclamation point on the delicious meal.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's draft.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, we've never tried something like this, but this is a perfectly themed draft for this show. We are drafting the best dad jokes. So at the end of this draft, we will have an ensemble of 4 different dad jokes. Now, I don't know whether it's possible for us to land on the same one or steal them from each other.
It certainly is. I think there'll be at least one that we've seen that we both enjoy, and then there's going to be some that we've heard before. Maybe they're classics, but I'm all about some of these fresh ones that I've never seen before. I'm excited, and it stinks because I've got the third pick.
It's a weird. Well, I guess it's an honor to have the first pick, but defining a great dad joke to me means that you are simultaneously laughing, cringing, and apologizing for the person that made the joke.
Okay.
That's kind of how I'm making it in my mind. And the older the father gets, the worse they get. And
so what makes a great joke to you is the basically the worst that the joke is. It's
a little bit of everything. Yeah. It's cringy. It's certainly identifiable as not a regular joke. This is not a joke a normal person would say. This is a joke a dad would say to get a little zinger in on the kids.
Yeah, because look, and it's almost like the cleaner the joke, the better.
That's true. Yeah,
for dad jokes,
that's true. And you should be wincing a little bit at the end of it. So
it's so not offensive.
Yeah,
that it is in fact offensive.
Yeah, the jokes are the joke equivalent of blue jeans. I mean, they are just
Wranglers.
They're Wranglers. The Wrangler of jokes.
Cut jokes.
So here's where I'm going to kick it off, because I believe this is one of the be-all, end-all, maybe greatest dad jokes that exists. It fits all of those categories, and so
and for this draft, you got to give a good performance too.
Okay.
Oh, yes, very
You better
much.
not just be spitting it out. You got to deliver this joke.
Thank you, Mike. That's a good point. And this is the dad joke I'm leading with.
Son, I will be the recipient of the joke.
I need you to I'm going to go ahead and send you a little Slack message. I actually need you to set me up. I need you to set me up, Mike.
What is?
I need you to set me up.
I have to set you up?
Yeah, because you
Never
said
before.
you want to be a participant. You need to set me up. Go ahead, Mike. Will you set me up for the dad joke?
Yes, I'm happy to follow
Okay,
through. All right.
thank you.
Everyone ready?
We're ready.
Andy's first joke. Hey, Dad, did you get a haircut?
No, son. I got them all cut.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, gotcha.
No, you got the cringy.
Oh,
you got
I got
the
you, boy.
cringy for sure. See, here's my problem with that.
I got them
that's
all
not
cut.
that's not a dad joke.
Oh,
That's
yes,
not
it
a dad
is.
joke. No, that's
Oh,
a
it is.
granddad joke. That's a grand.
Oh,
I remember my dad's dad making that joke. That is. I mean,
So what you're saying is when a dad continues to mature, he even reaches this pinnacle. I heard you.
yes, called granddad. That's right. So, I mean, that's
And
one of those
here's-
jokes. You know, when I hear those, oh man, when someone actually says that, because we've all heard that. We've all heard that one in real life.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, dads are opportunistic, by the way. That's why this joke works for me. He
It's
is
a
looking for the
remix.
chance to be awkward and to be funny
It's a
in his
remix
own
of
mind.
of the classic of did you get a haircut or did you get your ears lowered? I mean, that's a classic go-to. And
That's
I
not
don't
bad.
like you opening with that one because I have a joke that is somewhat similar in my arsenal that I really hoped I was going to use. So I may have to throw that one out.
We'll see.
We'll have to see. So I'll jump in here with my first joke. Jason,
Yes.
are you there? Wait, why
That's
did
a good one.
Well, at first he didn't respond to me. It was weird. All right, hey Jay, why do you never see elephants hiding in trees?
Oh, I know the answer, but why?
Because they're so good at it.
Yeah. I had that on my list, but I'll be honest.
A good one.
That made me laugh when I read it, but I'll be honest. It was last on my list because I was going to say that one after the draft. Here's what it lacks for me. It lacks a
Took me a
pun.
second.
It lacks a
No.
pun.
Now it's landing. This was a timer. This was a sleeper for Andy. He's getting it now. He's
I did
enjoying
get it. It is a bit of a sleeper, and I've never heard it, and I actually find it pretty funny.
Oh, it is funny. I do think it's funny, but
That's a funny joke.
I feel like dad jokes.
That's a funny joke.
Dad jokes
That's
for me
too
always
much
have
thought,
some
though.
kind of a pun.
little too much thought. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I've got two here, right? So
You do.
you're
get
back
two
to
dad
back.
jokes.
you're each gonna get one.
Okay.
All right.
Although
I'm
one
ready.
of them doesn't really need another participant. So Andy, you're up here.
Okay.
What do you call a hippie's wife?
What do you call a hippie's wife, Jason?
Mrs. Hippie. Yeah. That's right. That's
I like
right.
it a lot.
MISSISSIPPI. Mississippi.
Yeah,
That's a good joke. That's a good
All
dad
right.
joke.
That's
I
got
like
the
it.
that's got the
I
pun
like it.
the pun I need. All right, this one I don't really need a response,
They
but I'm
better all
gonna
have
tell it
puns
to
with
Mike.
your.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, we'll see. Mike,
Yeah.
did you know that the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were
I
cooked in Greece.
Oh
Yes!
yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
A good country joke. I got a state joke and I got a country joke. Yes.
Terrible. Terrible.
The king of geographical jokes right now.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. I'm owning the market on geographical dad jokes.
All right. That's pretty good.
Ah.
That's really good. All right. Andy,
Yes.
why do ducks have tail feathers?
I don't know why.
To cover their butt quacks.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a little. That's the equivalent of an R-rated dad joke.
Yes.
That's an R-rated
Yes.
dad joke. To
That is
cover
an
their
R-rated
butt
dad
quacks.
jokes.
Oh man,
Yes. Yes.
They're
that's
butt
a
quacks.
good joke.
That is a good joke. I haven't heard that one before. That one makes me happy.
Wow. Yeah, that is a home run right there. That's a personal favorite now. That's on my go-to as I age. All right. Let's go with oh my goodness. Mike, what What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday?
What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday? I don't know.
I'm matey.
Yes. Oh, and you get an A for the performance because without the performance, that doesn't work.
Oh, it's so bad. Mike is enjoying it though.
I love dad jokes.
I love a good pirate joke, man.
Oh man. Yeah. Hi, matey.
Oh,
Yes.
that's good. And now you're back. You're back on.
Oh, I am back on the clock. Yeah. All right. And I'm going to I think I'm going to return to where my first pick was. You probably heard it. It's a classic and it's terrible, but what do you call a fake noodle, guys? What do you call a fake noodle?
What do you call a fake noodle?
You don't know this one, Mike?
I know this one. What do you call a fake noodle, Andy?
An impasta.
Oh, all right.
It's a classic.
All right.
Terrible.
It's a classic.
It's a classic.
Yes, it is a classic.
It's letting me down after I heard butt quacks, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Butt quacks
that
set a
one-
new mark for me.
that one kind
Now
of
I wish I had picked ones that were just funnier, not classically dad-like.
right. Yeah, not just
Well, they're-
cringy.
They're not all going to be butt quacks. Let's be honest.
Oh.
Okay. Let's go.
You know, this is going to be you know how after every draft we end up saying a couple people who were on our list? This is going to be the best one ever because we just get to keep going. It's basically.
I'm enjoying it.
Oh, I'm having a blast over here.
Mike, you have to somehow match your last joke.
I cannot. I came out with the fire because I didn't want to lose out on it, but I can go with this one.
You were worried about a butt quack steal.
If I had come across that one in my preparation, there's no way it would not have been drafted.
That's a great one.
Jason,
Yes, Mike.
did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers?
No, I didn't.
They say he made a mint.
Oh.
Yeah!
Well, you got the cringe, but the cringe is because it's not
I think you
funny.
only got the cringe.
That's
that
not-
one was rough.
Because
Look,
it's
you
not
gotta-
a mint. It's funny if
it is
like
a what?
lifesavers are minty flavored.
Hold on. Now we have to argue over if a lifesaver is a mint?
I mean, I think
I don't think there's an argument because it's not.
Is that it would be?
What?
I was picturing colorful lifesavers.
Yes, colorful life.
By
They're
default.
fruit flavored.
You that's wild, man.
You could have gone with Altoids, as Al
okay.
Borland said. You could have gone.
100%, but
It's not. I mean, it's a dad joke. Don't get me wrong.
I am
Sure,
just
well,
now.
I am learning something that you guys think that when you think of lifesavers, you think of the fruit ones.
I am just now remembering the mint version of a lifesaver. Like I remember that.
Yeah,
that does exist. They're all
peppermint
white.
and wintergreen.
Yeah, we
that's-
have some
that's
in our
weird.
house,
No, when I
actually.
think of lifesavers, it's 100% just the fruit flavored
Man.
candy.
Tough crowd.
Tough crowd. All right.
Hey, these are dad jokes.
All right. And so am I up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get back to back here.
All right. I'm going to go with a little milk joke here. All right.
Love a good milk joke.
You got state jokes, you've got country jokes, and then you go to milk.
Andy, did you know that milk is the fastest liquid on Earth?
Is it?
It's pasteurized before you even see it.
Oh.
Oh, I ran some of these by my daughter before the show, and
She was a real big pasteurization joke
no,
fan.
she did not get that one.
No, but
she
you
didn't
went
know
with
about
it anyway.
I went with it anyways. No, I'm a man of my own mind. So,
Oh, yes, you are a man of your own mind.
but it is pasteurized before you even see it. It's that fast.
It's a dad joke. That's a dad joke.
All right. Oh, man, which way do I go here for the last one? There's so many good ones. All right. Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Why did the Scarecrow win an award? I don't know.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was much better.
It works on a couple levels. I liked it. I liked it. That's a good one.
All right.
It's no pasteurization joke.
I should have gone with the astronaut like my daughter wanted me to.
Oh, look, that's tough. It's tough in the streets. All right. This
Mike's final pick.
It's man, I'm torn between one that I think is hilarious, but I think I got to get a classic on here.
I was going to say, is it more of an indie dad joke for Mike?
It is. It is. All right, so I'm going to go with this one. Andy, why did the golfer wear 2 pairs of pants?
Oh, no, why?
In case you got a hole in one. Ew.
All right. I'm tempted to go 5. I feel like we should go 5 rounds.
Let's go.
Let's do it. You guys want to do 5? I mean, I'm sure we have enough.
That's fine, because then I can bust out the joke I was too scared to use.
So I've got my final 2 right here, which means I feel like I need to match the rated R dad joke.
Oh, okay. All right. I've got one on my list here.
So, Mike, you have had some very good jokes. Let me ask you this question. Did you hear about the chameleon who couldn't change color?
I did not.
He had a reptile dysfunction.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Alrighty. And quickly into my last joke. Jason, what do you call cheese that ain't yours?
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
Yeah,
that is a joke that I will go out of my way to figure out how can I use this
That's right.
joke.
That's a sign of a good dad joke. You got to set it up in your own house.
I love the nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
It's so multi-purpose. I mean, that joke can come out all the time.
That's true. That's true.
All right.
You got a final one.
All right, we're closing it down with this one. Jason.
Yes.
What's orange and sounds like a parrot?
What?
A carrot.
Oh man.
That one's good.
That one's not good.
It's so bad that it's good.
It's so bad is right. Wow. I'm glad we went 5 rounds because I couldn't have lived without hearing that joke. Oh, and Jason's got to make a decision here.
Oh man. All right. Well, where do I go? Do I go astronaut? Do I go octopus? Do I go holy water?
How do you not go astronaut after you were upset you didn't go astronaut?
It's a pretty strong point by Mike.
Look, I think it's the you guys both have more of a cutting edge, hard edge joke. So I'm going like, do I need to get my hard edge dad joke in here? And so you know what? I'm doing it. How do you make holy water?
How do you make holy water? I don't know.
Oh, you boil the hell out of it.
Oh, God.
You got it. Then it's good. That one made me cry when I saw it.
I like that joke. I've heard that one before.
That's like a pastor joke. That is
quality. That's a special joke right there. Well, there you go, Spitwads. You got 15 different ridiculous reasons to laugh today on the show.
My goodness. So here's my version of the joke that I love. This would have been in my top 3. You would not have had to hear about a carrot.
Yeah,
that Andy not told his joke with. So I'll give it to you, Andy. How many apples grow on a tree?
I know the answer, Mike, but how many?
And the answer is all of them.
Yeah, that's right. All of them. Yeah. That was going to be my bonus joke. So
I feel like the astronaut joke has to be said.
Yes, we got to hear it.
What's an astronaut's favorite part of a computer?
Oh, I know the answer.
It's the space bar.
Oh gosh,
my daughter was guessing. She was like the moonitor, which I thought was a pretty good answer.
That's a really good guess.
That's not bad. Oh gosh, what did we learn today?
What did we learn today?
Al, did you learn anything from us today? Maybe during the life advice?
Put on the spot.
Yeah, no, not worth noting.
Not much? Okay. We'll keep checking in with you on future episodes, see if we can get there. I learned that I like funny dad jokes better than cringy dad jokes. That's what I learned today.
I learned that the idea of vacationing by yourself is some like unallowed treat.
Okay.
And I learned, as we all learned today, we have an official stance in the stadium. You go butt first.
Butt to the face.
Butt to the face. The old butt face.
Yeah, and if possible, cover your butt quack. All right? That is it for today's episode of the Spitballers Podcast. Thank you for tuning in, supporting the show, and listening, and we'll catch you next time.
We will. Have a good one, everyone. Stay safe. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers Podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.